Howdy there, YouTube. Zaez Cerebrate here. This is going to be basically a schematic demo of how a really good defense in 7 Days to Die can be set up, and I'm calling it the Pit of Death. The basis of it is it's a moat without water, a very, very deep moat, and it just goes around your house, and obviously they just fall to their death. And initial results in small scale were very, very successful. I went on a new world, dug down 15 or 16 blocks or so, they fell on top of me, they died. Very simple. I've yet to be able to replicate it in full scale, but that's not because it hasn't worked, that's simply because I haven't been able to put enough time into the game to dig down that far. Because it is a very tedious affair, and that is the one downside of this defense, is that you do have to dig down very, very far, and it is time consuming. If you have other people, pardon me about that, if you have other people, it can go much, much faster, because obviously if you have 3 people digging, it's 3 times as short. But I'm going to go ahead and head in right here, and this is a very, very basic design. There are only a couple guide rules that you should probably try to follow, because I've noticed that ran into some problems I didn't run into in the small scale. For example, it needs to be approximately 2 spaces away from your house, otherwise they can still hit your walls. So from wherever your stronghold is, start out 2 spaces away from your house or your stronghold. Then, after that, start digging straight down. Once you get about 16 or 17 blocks down, they will fall and they will die as soon as they hit the ground. Also, another tip that I found, right after your Pit of Death, dig just 1 down. Just 1. You don't need any more than that. Because I've noticed that at night, when the zombies start to run more, they will run, and if there's another zombie here, or a ladder right here that you were using to get down to mine more, or dig more, same difference in this case, they'll simply run across the zombies, get on this side, and start hitting at your wall and your supports, which is the last thing you want, because you do not want your house tumbling down, obviously. Another good idea is to have supports in the house then, as you can see, and also once it is all said and done, you might want to make a ladder going straight down to the bottom, because once they die and they hit the ground, they do drop some pretty decent loot sometimes. For example, I'm going to go over and kill one of these here. I've seen them drop water, glass jars, which you can fill up to make water. Like, sometimes they don't have anything, of course. But, I highly, highly recommend going down to loot them once it is finished. And then you will have, see, it's ham right off of him, there's food. Which, on a small side note, I highly recommend harvesting blueberries and making your own farm in your stronghold. They grow very fast, they regenerate food and water, and you should be secure. If one person truly dedicates themselves, I believe that they can have this accomplished with a farm and plenty of things to keep them alive and well and stocked in 10 game days, which is not very much. That's maybe 2-3 hours approximately. I've heard that a whole game day on this, like the day cycle is 12 minutes, which I'm assuming means the night cycle is 12 minutes, so that's about 4 hours of work, 4 to 5 hours, to have a really good defense. And that's not that much, considering other games, it'd be hard to make an almost impenetrable defense like this. Again, I will make another video once it is finished, and I will show just how good it can be. Unfortunately, this does not have creative mode enabled yet, so I cannot dig it down. The only way is for me to do it myself, which is the best way. And another pro of doing this is you mine a lot of dirt, you get a lot of stone, and it acts as an ore vein while you're making defenses. So you, with that stone, if they do still hit your walls, you can patch up the stone, you get iron ore, you get lead, you get all sorts of very, very valuable materials. And it is a great defense. The only problem is, like I said, you need to put in about maybe 10 days of work on this. But if you can just get a few buddies in, or a few friends, or whoever it manages to be, you can knock this out in under 5 days, which is not that long, and it's much better than the defenses where you have to put spike traps in, because after a few days, or after a few zombies, pardon me, they're useless, they get destroyed, and that's the end of them. Barbed wire, I've been hearing things about barbed wire saying that it's impenetrable, zombies won't destroy it, they'll just kind of get stuck in it and die. But now, you can easily lay barbed wire across this to make it more effective if that does work. I haven't tested barbed wire. I've been meaning to get this up and running for the longest time. Now, I won't delay you anymore. I know that you've got stuff to do, everyone does. So again, basic schematics. 2 spaces away from the house, at least 16 blocks down, with 1 block on the side of that all the way down. That way they can't just run across the gap. And a ladder in the center of your house slowing down so you can loot the corpses of the dead zombies. I hope this helps you. Be safe and have fun in this game. I'll see you later.